Right now, while you are watching this, a company somewhere is running a calculation. It is comparing what it costs to keep a human employee, salary, benefits, sick leave, training, turnover, against what it costs to replace that role with an AI system. In most cases, that calculation has already been made, and the AI one. The jobs on this list are not predictions for 2030. They are already disappearing. Depending on what you do for a living, one of them might be yours. Stay until the end. The last 2 minutes of this video are the only part of this conversation most people are not having. Let us be clear about something before we go any further. This is not a video about what might happen. This is a video about what is already happening. Right now, major banks across the United States and Europe are deploying AI customer service systems that handle millions of customer interactions daily, without a single human agent involved. Right now, law firms are using AI tools to review and analyze legal documents in hours that previously required teams of junior associates working for weeks. Right now, news organizations are using automated systems to generate thousands of financial and sports reports every single day, content that is published, read, and acted upon, written entirely by machines. The shift is not coming. It is here. And the speed at which it is accelerating is the part that most reporting gets wrong. To understand why this is happening faster than anyone predicted, you need to understand the economic logic driving it. According to research from the McKinsey Global Institute, approximately 30% of tasks across the global economy could be automated using technology that already exists today. Not technology in development, not technology being tested in laboratories. Technology that is operational and deployable right now. But here is the part that changes the calculation entirely. When an AI system performs a task that previously required a human employee, the cost comparison is not marginal. It is not 10 or 20% cheaper. In most documented cases, AI performs the same task at between 1 and 5% of the fully loaded cost of a human worker. No salary, no benefits, no sick days, no maternity leave, no training period, no resignation, no employment tribunal. For a company operating at scale, that is not a productivity improvement. It is a structural transformation of the cost base. So let us talk about the specific roles. Number 1, data entry and administrative processing. This is the most straightforward displacement on the list because the task itself is definitionally mechanical. Entering information from one system into another, formatting documents, processing forms, managing records. Companies like UiPath and Automation Anywhere have deployed robotic process automation systems that handle these tasks continuously, around the clock, with an error rate lower than any human team. The displacement here is not coming in waves. It has already happened across entire industries. Number 2, customer service and call center work. IBM Watson, Amazon Connect, and a growing number of specialized AI platforms now handle customer queries, complaints, account management, and technical support at a level of accuracy and response time that human agents cannot match at scale. Major telecommunications companies, banks, and retail organizations have reduced their human customer service headcount by between 20 and 40% in the past 3 years. Number 3, basic accounting and bookkeeping. Software platforms including automated versions of existing accounting tools now perform transaction categorization, reconciliation, tax preparation, and financial reporting with minimal human input. For small and medium businesses, the demand for a dedicated human bookkeeper has been largely replaced by a subscription to a software platform. Number 4, content writing and copy editing at volume. This is the displacement that many people in creative industries spent years insisting would never happen. It has happened. AI writing systems now produce product descriptions, marketing copy, financial summaries, social media content, and news reports at a volume and cost per word that no human writing team can compete with on price. The roles that remain in content are strategic, editorial, and directional. The execution layer has been automated. Number 5, radiology and medical image analysis. This is perhaps the most significant displacement on this list in terms of its implications for professional qualification and expertise. AI diagnostic systems trained on millions of medical images now match or exceed the accuracy of experienced radiologists in identifying specific conditions from X-rays, MRI scans, and CT images. Google DeepMind and several specialized medical AI companies have published peer-reviewed research demonstrating this capability. The radiologist role is not disappearing overnight, but the entry tier of the profession and the volume-based image reading that forms the economic foundation of the specialty is being automated at scale. Number 6, legal research and document review. The billable hours that law firms once charged clients for junior associate document review, reading through thousands of contracts, filings, and precedents to identify relevant clauses and risks, are being replaced by AI legal research platforms that perform the same analysis in minutes. Tools like Harvey AI and Relativity are already deployed at major law firms globally. The junior associate pipeline in large commercial law firms is contracting as a direct result. Number 7, truck and delivery driving. This displacement operates on a longer timeline than the office-based roles, but the direction is unambiguous. Waymo, Tesla, Aurora, and a growing number of autonomous vehicle companies are actively deploying or testing commercial trucking systems on public highways. The economic incentive is enormous. Trucking is one of the largest employment categories in the United States, and eliminating the human driver reduces operating costs by approximately 40% per vehicle. The full transition will take longer than the software-based displacements, but the investment flowing into this space makes the outcome a matter of when, not if. Number 8, retail checkout and inventory management. Amazon's cashierless store technology, now licensed to other retailers, eliminates the checkout function entirely. Automated inventory management systems using computer vision and robotics are replacing the manual stock-taking and shelf management roles that represent a significant portion of retail employment. Number 9, basic software testing and quality assurance. Automated testing frameworks now perform regression testing, bug identification, and quality assurance checks at a speed and coverage level that manual teams cannot match. The entry-level tester role, running predefined test scripts and logging results, has been almost entirely automated at companies operating modern development pipelines. Number 10, entry-tier financial advising. Robo-advisory platforms now manage hundreds of billions of dollars in assets globally, providing personalized investment allocation, rebalancing, and financial planning at a fraction of the cost of a human advisor. For clients with straightforward financial situations, the value proposition of a human advisor at the entry tier has been substantially eroded. Here is what most coverage of this topic misses. The timeline is not linear. For the first decade of AI development, progress was slow enough that predictions about automation routinely proved too optimistic. That created a false sense of security, a pattern of forecasts that did not materialize on schedule, which led many people to conclude that the threat was perpetually overstated. What changed between 2022 and 2025 was not a single breakthrough. It was the convergence of multiple capability thresholds crossing simultaneously. Large language models reaching practical utility, computer vision reaching deployment-grade accuracy, robotic manipulation improving to the point of commercial viability, and cloud computing costs falling to the level where enterprise deployment became economically straightforward. The companies that are furthest ahead, OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Anthropic, Figure AI, and the automation platforms built on top of their models, are not slowing down. They are accelerating. The investment flowing into this space in 2024 and 2025 exceeded the cumulative investment of the preceding decade. That capital is being converted into capability, and that capability is being converted into deployed systems, at a rate that the public discourse has not yet fully absorbed. The question is no longer whether this transition is happening. The question is how quickly you intend to respond to it. So let us talk about what you can actually do, because this video would be failing you if it spent 12 minutes cataloging a threat and then offered you a generic list of soft skills as a response. There are 3 specific and actionable positions you can take right now. The first is to move from the execution layer to the direction layer. AI systems are extraordinarily capable at executing defined tasks within understood parameters. They are not capable at any price, with any technology currently available, of setting the parameters, making the judgment calls about what matters, or taking responsibility for the outcome. Every role that has been displaced on this list was primarily an execution role. The roles that remain and expand are the ones that define what the AI is asked to do, evaluate whether it did it correctly, and decide what to do when the answer is wrong. That is not a technology skill. It is a judgment skill. And it is learnable. The second position is to become an AI operator rather than an AI competitor. The single fastest-growing job category in the current economy is not a traditional role at all. It is the cluster of functions that have emerged around operating, training, auditing, and managing AI systems. Prompt engineering, AI output quality control, automation workflow design, AI ethics and compliance auditing. These roles did not exist 3 years ago. They are among the highest compensated entry-level technology positions available today. The barrier to entry is not a computer science degree. It is familiarity with how these systems work and the practical ability to direct them toward useful outputs. The third position is the most important and the most uncomfortable. The people who will be most damaged by this transition are not the ones whose current job is on the list. They are the ones who spend the next 2 years deciding that this does not apply to them. Every major technological displacement in economic history has had the same characteristic. The people who adapted early captured disproportionate value, and the people who waited until the change was impossible to ignore found that the accessible positions had already been filled. You are watching this video in the window when adaptation is still a choice rather than a necessity. That window will not stay open indefinitely. The next video in this series covers the 5 specific skills that make you genuinely AI-proof, not the generic advice you have already heard everywhere else, but the precise capabilities that AI cannot replicate at any level of investment or technological development. Subscribe now so it appears in your feed the moment it goes live. And drop your answer to this question in the comments below. Which job on this list surprised you the most, and what are you doing about it?